Can you see the slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The thing is that we are going to discuss is that the condition of hell, that he didn't talk about heaven in book 1. We are not going to discuss this kind of description, but in other book definitely we are going to get a great deal of heaven, and he would talk a lot about heaven in other episodes, but definitely not in book 1. So in book 1 he is asking the muse, and definitely he's talking about the hell and how they are living and what kind of revenge they are looking forward to taking against God. So the thing is that something like that, and the you have to understand. Yes, the the one of the major themes of Paradise Lost is that, and justify the ways of God to men. This line, underline this line. This is one of the major ideas of John Milton applied in Paradise Lost. Okay, so we are going to discuss little bit about theism, but in this text here. So here the word, you might see the word here, omnipotent. Can you see the word omnipotent?
Yes, sir.
স্যার সব চলে গেছে।
Can you see now?
না স্যার omnipotent জানি না কি।
Omnipotent,
sir.
yes, omnipotent means all powerful. Omnipotent means almighty. There are 3 qualities of monotheistic God. Monotheistic means those who believe in a single God. That is the word that is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. Omnipotent means all powerful, and omnipresent means who is present everywhere. And the third one is omniscient, who can hear everything. It's called omniscient. This is the idea of Abrahamic religion. From Abraham we are going to get Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad, and in their ideology this is the monotheistic God, and the monotheistic God possesses these qualities. So omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. So who does defy the omnipotent arms? That means John Milton is talking about definitely monotheistic God. You have to understand. He's talking about omnipotent God. That means his omnipotent God is also omnipresent and omniscient. So the thing is that when they are discussing against God, definitely God is hearing them. And when they are talking about all these things, and definitely God is present there. That means God can hear them. God can understand them. Satan knew all those things. Satan knew the God is omnipotent. That means he is almighty. We cannot defeat him. Satan knew that he is omniscient. He can hear everything. Despite he plotted against God, and he think definitely he had to beat somehow God. In our next class, definitely I am going to discuss how he was going to motivate his crew so that they may fight against God. They knew that they lost the battle, and it is also certain that they know that if they fight again with God, definitely they are going to be beaten again. It is certain, but despite he is going to fight against God. And why he is trying to fight against God, in our next class definitely we are going to discuss. And if we discuss the thing, we are going to understand the vision of John Milton here. This is the free England, and then we are going to understand who is God, who is Satan. Is Satan John Milton himself? Is God is Charles II? definitely we are going to understand the thing. Hmm? So if you have any question, ask me. I hope you have lots of questions. I want to know if you have any question, ask me. No question?
আর এগুলা ভালোভাবে বোঝার জন্য কোনো মুভি সাজেস্ট করতে পারবেন?
Movie for John Milton. I don't think so that Hollywood yet prepared a movie on Paradise Lost. I didn't hear this. There is no alternative of uh, understanding a text except reading. You might enjoy the text in a movie, but the cinematic view and the imaginary view is something different. When John Milton look at the vision of her in the picture, look at the eye of John Milton. How did John Milton look? That means this is not the ordinary. When you are reading a text, you have your own imagination, and you are creating your own movie in your mental faculty. But when you are watching movie, that means you are watching the thing they are letting you watch. When you are reading Paradise Lost, you would understand Paradise Lost in your own way. But when you are what you say, watching movie, you would see what they would allow to see you. So you are not going to use your own imagination. That is another problem of watching movie. When I watch William Shakespeare's play, sometimes we do not agree with the idea of the director, because the director would try to portray the way he believes Shakespeare. But I don't want to watch the way he believed. Rather, I want to read William Shakespeare, or I want to understand Shakespeare the way I do like. That is the thing. That's sometimes that's why the starting of Hamlet, the starting of Macbeth are different with different directors. So when you are going to watch movie, you are under the control of a director. The director would allow you. The director would help you understand dialogue the way he believes, and that way he would think that which one is conventional. But when you are reading text, when I'm talking about hell, definitely you are watching the hell in your mind. When I'm talking about a Satan, when I'm talking about Adam or Eve, you have never seen Adam or Eve, but you have some mental imagery. Oh, this might be the picture of heaven, or this might be the picture of Adam or Eve, or something like that. When I'm talking about muse, definitely you are thinking, oh, this is my inspiration. Definitely inspiration comes this way. But if I help you watch movie all the time, definitely you are not going to create your own imagination. And that is one of the major challenges we do usually find while reading text or something else. That might be another problem. If you have any question, ask. I would take 2 more questions.
Sir, who is the actual muse of John Milton?
It's a very good question. I want to share the thing again. I'm looking for these types of questions, so that I may discuss a little bit more, and I may explore your mental faculty. And who is actually the inspiration of John Milton? And the thing, you have to know the background of England. I hope you know about Restoration. Have you heard the name Restoration Age?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the Restoration is the defeat. Restoration is the defeat of Oliver Cromwell's Cromwell's democracy. You have to understand the thing that. But John Milton was an ardent lover of democracy, and he believed that one day England would be ruled by the common people, not by the king. Or that means if we think that England is heaven or the land of God, then Charles II is the definitely God, and Oliver Cromwell is the Satan. That means who knew that he cannot beat God, who knew he cannot make this country democrat, but still he would fight. He still would fight. So the muse of John Milton is not something like the muse of John Legend, your muse or your downfall. These are very silly lines. Definitely not like this. Or the muse of Pablo Picasso. There are 6 ladies. Different time Pablo Picasso had physical relation and they were his girlfriend. No, these are not the muse of John Milton. Not the Kuloloki, not the Calliope or other muse. Rather, these things are silly. John Milton is much more serious poet than any other English poet or any other poet in the world literature. Rather, his muse is not his muse, a person or just inspiration. It is his vision. It is just dream. So the muse of John Milton is his vision. His vision, the way he believes England would be ruled by the common people, or the democracy by the fallen angels and the common people we are. So for the first time in the history, John Milton is the spokesman of the common people. There he made Satan glorified. There he made the common people much more important than any other thing. In poetics, we read the belief of Aristotle is that the tragic hero would be a man of high society, a noble birth. No, John Milton also didn't believe these types of things. That his vision is his vision, definitely I believe, is the inspiration. His vision is his muse, and his vision, and definitely it's a political vision, is his muse. I hope you have understand the question. You have understand the answer. One more question I'm going to take. Anyone? Do you have any question? Ask me. All are thinking, I know. All are thinking to ask some question. But before you come to attend my class, definitely read little bit more, or you are going to be surprised with different ideas. And another thing is that I supplied you the PDF copy so that you may read and you may prepare yourself. One more question I'm going to take. No question yet. I hope so. You have no question. But the thing is that be prepared for the next class. In our next class, we are going to definitely discuss something new about the humanitarian idea of John Milton and why he was a champion epic poet, considering any other world epic poets. Okay. Thank you. See you in next class. Ask another question. Are the muse real or just imagination? Inspiration. If inspiration, or ask me question in the mic. The thing is that you are asking the question is that whether the muse are imaginary or something like that. No, it's not something like that. If your muse might be a real person, your beloved, your boyfriend might be your muse. If it happens, then definitely they are real. Okay. Thank you. See you in next class.